Hey, what's up, people? It's been a couple days that I've been off. I had to deal with some stuff in my car because that thing kind of blew up on me in the middle of Texas, and I was stranded, man, stranded in the middle of nowhere, 100 miles from my house, 120 bucks to my goddamn name. Now, what this enlightened me to, because I'd spent about 48 hours in my car, and I had a lot of revelations within that time period. See, interesting thing about getting your dick kicked in when shit goes bad or goes haywire you don't expect it is that you go in survival mode. And not really survival mode. I mean, survival mode if you're a regular dude. But see, I'm a little bit different, you know what I mean? And so what I went in was kill mode, where it was like my sapient spirit awakened. Like, how do I get back? Like, what is the optimal move that would put me the best chance to have success in the future? So I could have sat in my car and cried and complained, and I wanted to cry, but there was no tears that came out. And I was like, oh, this is interesting. Like I'm in a state of like peace almost. And so as I sat in my car and I contemplated life, the different steps that got me to that particular moment, I had a realization. Nothing in your life occurs by chance. Things are predetermined by the actions that you have taken in the past that lead to the very moment that you live and exist in right now, this second. Now, I don't know what events led to you watching this particular YouTube video that you're watching, but you're here. You're here for a reason. And I'm here for a reason speaking to you through this microphone, these electronics, because I got a message that I got to get out to people from what I learned during that time period. And this is what kill mode is. See, imagine you got into war, you got shot in your leg, and you're laying behind enemy lines or in no man's land. What do you think you will do? Well, your first thing that you're going to do before anything occurs is you're going to try to figure out what is your location, how compromised are you, and what position on the board can you make that will make you least compromised. So the first thing you do, you're going to check your leg to see are you bleeding out. And if you're bleeding out, you're going to get a bandage or whatever you can do, wrap your leg up, try to stop that bleeding as quick as possible because you understand if I don't got the blood, I'm dead. So once you get done with your blood being bleeding out, your next step is probably going to be where am I located and how far is it going to take me to get to safety. So you would do whatever it takes to get to safety. Crawl your way. If there's bullets being shot, you're going to lay down and pretend like you're dead. You're going to do whatever it takes to survive to make sure you get back to where you need to get to so you can be less compromised. And then once you get back from being shot at, or if you're on the ground, you'll crawl your way, hobble your, whatever you gotta do, you're gonna figure out a way to get back to a less compromised position. Then once you get back to Allied territory, your next step is how soon can I get to a hospital? Because you gotta figure out what's going on with this leg and whether you're gonna be walking, amputated. You gotta figure things out. So upon that, you get back to your state that you gotta go to, and then you'll get fixed, and then you'll figure out, okay, well, my legs kind of compromised for next month or 2 months. What's my next move? And that's what happens when you go in kill mode. You no longer, oh, sorry, you are no longer in a state where you can pity yourself or anything. You gotta move. You gotta go. And that's what happened to me when my car blew up. I realized, well, it does me no good sitting around pitying myself, thinking about all the things I could have done wrong that led to me to that moment. No, I was like, dude, let me figure out how the fuck do I get back home, and then once I get home, I can figure out the rest when I got some food, some water, and other stuff in my belly. And then from there, the momentum kept carrying on. I kept thinking, what moves will get me back to where I can now be in a car? And so I started drawing up plans. Started applying for a shitload of jobs, trying to figure out how I can work from home. I started marketing and advertising to start building my fitness business. I started an agency. I did whatever it took to get me to a point now where I can start bringing in more income, and it's a momentum effect. I got more done over the last 5 or 6 days than I have since I moved out to Texas. And you know why? Because I can't afford to be comfortable anymore. Comfortability is not an option. If I want to be comfortable, I'm gonna die. And oh, my bad. Yeah, and once you realize that like comfortability is not a possibility, and you can't just stay around and linger and pity yourself, you get active. And your mind becomes creative because you realize you take stake of what you got. And that's one of the things I realized when I got home. I said, hold up a second. I got some tools that can make me some money around here, whether I have a car or not. It's just up to my brain and my creativity to figure out how to leverage these particular tools to get me to those points where I'm not going to basically die of hunger or die of not being able to pay bills. And now things are moving for me because I realize God takes certain things away and we take them for granted. And if you're not working as hard as you diligently can to get yourself in a position to always be successful, He's going to force you into a situation where you got to be successful. You got one or two options. You either go in kill mode or you die where you are. And that's how people got to start operating. That's the problem with 2021. We have got so used to comfort. Comfort has given us so many great things, but it's also taken away our spirit. It's taken away the thing that makes humans what we are, which are adaptable, forward-moving creatures that are always innovating and figuring out a better way to make better safety, provision, and art. And that's what I'm on right now, man. I'm just on the high of life right now because I'm realizing, dude, everything I ever want in life is right here for me for the taking. I thank God I got a bicycle, I got a healthy ass body, I got food in my refrigerator, I got internet and TV, computers, phones. There's no reason why I can't be successful in 2021. And when you have that mindset that there's no reason that can stop you, nothing that's going to hinder you, you become unkillable. You go unkillable, man. And it's a beautiful state, and I really think a lot of people need to get in that state. And you got one or two ways it's going to happen for you, man. Because either you put yourself in uncomfortable positions, or the great universe up top is going to make sure they put you in that position. That's the message for today. Get in kill mode, stay in kill mode, never stop till you stop.